Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Patty. I'm back just for a little bit. I just thought I'd come on and say hi and talk for a few minutes. I know it's been like 2 months. I went back and seen it's been 2 months since I made a video. And I'm sorry, but it just was so busy over Christmas and, New Year's, and it's been so cold. I've been making crafts and staying in the house and just keeping my mind busy because I don't really care for the cold or the winter. But I just want to say shout out to all of you. Lisa, she has been like, we miss you. You need to come back on. So I'm just coming on for a little bit tonight. But I just want to talk about a couple things with Summer Wells' case and discuss Sebastian Rogers' case a little bit after I'm done here. But actually, I want to discuss my own video. We're gonna discuss some of my video here. And a reminder to everyone, Summer Wells was reported missing from her basement. Her mother and father said that, and grandma and brothers said that she went down in the basement to play, and that there's no way she was down there and she couldn't find her. Okay, the mother couldn't find Summer Wells, who was missing out of Rogersville, Tennessee. She was only 5 years old when she went missing. And this, coming up this summer, June, will be her, 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. And it sounds horrible and terrible, but it's the truth. She's still missing. And I've been following this case from day one and talking about it because children just don't go missing out of the basement, okay? But of course, Don and Candace changed their story later on, and they said that someone came up in the yard and took her off her swing, or took her out of this yard and took her down the dog trail, and on, okay? A million different, narratives of what it could be. Now, I want to say that, all along I have highly suspected Don and Candace did something to their daughter, okay? And, everybody is pretty convinced that that's what happened to Summer. And I do not think that Don and Candace are good parents at all. I think they're really bad parents, and they lost all their children. And so that just goes to show you that they're not good parents, okay? But that's just my opinion, So, but anyways, you guys, the thing is, the guy that moved to right across the street from Summer Wells, the exact day, well, actually, he was there a couple days before, but was there, bought this property right across from Summer Wells. Their property is actually connected. And it's a good possibility that Summer, maybe her mom was stoning it up or getting high, because we know, because we heard about it from Hunter and everybody else, that Candace was drunk and she could not talk to 911, and she refused to call 911. And Hunter had told us before, Hunter's the boy that went swimming with Summer. And that whole day was sketchy. And I suspected all of them. But anyways, the thing is that, so, okay, I gotta think back what I was gonna tell you for a minute here. Hunter had said in in his interview that sometimes Candace would forget. She would get drunk and she would forget where Summer was and would go looking for her, okay? And so it's a good possibility that what Candace is guilty of is being a really bad mother and not watching her child and being stoned, and somebody did take her child. I'm telling you, this is what I gotta tell you guys. The only reason I'm talking about this, the only reason I came back on is because I asked Steve Johnson, that goes to the interview room and does things with him on his channel. I emailed him and asked him to please think about this and look at this scenario. I mean, it is so bad. When I think about this person, when I think about this man, I get the most terrible, terrible, eerie, awful feelings. And I feel like he could have did something to Summer Wells, and I feel like he may have done things to other children, but it's never been caught. It's just my opinion. These are allegedly, what I'm saying is what I think, my opinions. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty, okay? But you know, the police and the TBI did not thoroughly vet that guy. I know they did not. And you know, how weird that you come and buy property, you get in a fight with the mother, Candace and Don, and Jody Sue and Andy, and you get in a fight the night before because they're bothering this guy because he bought this property and he's camping, but Jody Sue's mad. She thinks he's on their line. I guess Don and Candace got involved. But anyways, so the police were called, and Jackie Dobbs, the guy, he left. Supposedly, he says he left, and he went to a motel room, and he only left to get biscuits and beer. And I swear to you that I feel like Summer Wells was either in that motel room with him, or she's on his property over there, or he dumped her by the motel, or somewhere on his way home or out in them woods. Because I just, you know, Candace seen everybody, these different people are talking about a blue van, a blue truck, actually, whatever it was that he was driving. And he was over there fixing a driveway, and he was doing all kinds of stuff, okay? So he's not like an old man that he's incapable. He's actually very capable. Well, anyways, but it's strange, you guys, that he left right away, took off. Now, why would you do that if you own property, right? You just bought this property, and you're going to take off and leave your property. And so anyways, he left, and he went home and shaved his head, his beard, and it gives me the chills and creeps to think, what if this is the person that actually did this to Summer Wells, and he's never been checked out? And, you know, I don't know how to explain this to you, but every once in a while, these heavy, heavy thoughts come to my heart and mind that, and I think about this person, and I get the chills, and I get very bad vibes. And, you know, just to think that, you know, all this stuff, you know, happened when Summer went missing, all this stuff goes on, and it's really strange that he is the only stranger there. I want you to think about this, okay? I know Prayer Garden, I call her Swear Garden, but Swear Garden and Ziggy and Fred and all these things, they try to say different stuff, okay? But I'm telling you that, that Fred and Andy lived on that road for many years. And, do I think they could be suspects? Yes, they could be. But the thing is that they lived on that road for years. And they had their own kids. So why did they want to take Summer Wells? Okay? Their neighbor's child. And get away with that when Candace was home and Grandma was home and the boys were home. Was Candace really home, you guys? Was she really home, or is she lying? Did she leave Summer home with the boys and the boys didn't watch her? Because when she starts making up excuses, like, I watched her walk all the way in, I told the boys, watch your sister, I'll be right back. I don't know what she was doing, you guys, but I have a feeling that she left Summer. So maybe Grandma was sleeping, okay? And that guy that bought the property, JD, I'll call him, he had a dog, and he took his dogs on walks, and he videos his dog, and, it would be really easy for Summer to been, like, here, little girl, do you want some candy? Do you want to see my dog? Do you want to help me with my dog? Or do you want to see some puppies or a horse? Anything. You don't know. But it's a very good possibility. At least I feel that way. And I want you to let me know in your comments. I know people are adamant. And I have been adamant that Don and Candace did this. And they got rid of their child and they did this stuff. Do I believe they were abusive to her? Absolutely. She had bruises all over. She was neglected. She wasn't taken care of. They had CPS over there all the time. And that's why they lost their boys. And I don't care what anybody says, what white boy says, any of them. I'm just saying to you that yes, she was not being taken care of, and there's a lot of witnesses that said she wasn't, and that they were mean to those children, okay, abusive. And they didn't look like they were properly cared for. I mean, Summer's little teeth were rotting out, and she's 5 years old, okay? Rotting. And she didn't look healthy. She was really thin and very unkempt. They always had her hair shaved short or bald. They shaved her head. And I don't know if they did that as a punishment or she just had head lice so dang bad that they had to keep shaving it because Candace was too lazy to clean the house. Because you can't, when my kids were in school, they came home with it once and I had to clean everything. I'm talking about toys, blankets, everything. And you have to go through and it's terrible. But the whole school got it when my kids got it. And they got it from the kids at school. In the whole entire school, they had to shut the school down. That's how bad it was. So, yes, and I cut my little girl's hair. But she had long black hair, so it was really hard to get to them. And, of course, I felt bad because she had beautiful hair. She was such a beautiful little girl when she was a baby. She still is a very beautiful woman, but she was really beautiful when she was little. Like, she looked like a little Indian baby with long black hair and beautiful eyes. But anyways, I felt so bad I had to cut her hair. And, but the thing is, I feel like part of it could have been to be mean, to punish Summer. Because maybe her father was being inappropriate with her. And maybe it bothered Candace and thought, well, I'll make her look like a boy. And we heard that she always wanted Summer to be a boy, right? So, and, she always had her looking, well, she didn't always have her looking like a boy, because I seen her put her in dresses and stuff like that. So, do I think that Don and Candace are neglectful, crappy parents, yes, and I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. I'm not trying to be mean or, judgmental, but I really do believe that they neglected Summer and abused her. But, listen, this other guy was the only stranger that was on the road that day, that was on the property, that would have access to the Wells home, to their yard. And if, maybe them dogs got used to him being there, so they didn't bark. You know what I mean? And they seen him there, and maybe they were already over there with his dog, and they knew him, weren't bothered by him. He could have easily walked up there, and it looks like he was right at the trespassing sign in their yard, because he has a picture of him and his dog right at the property line. So I just want to remind you of this again, you guys, this video I did with this lady that did a video. And I just want to talk about it for a second, okay? So we're going to talk about this lady. But anyways, this guy, Jackie Dobbs, said he was cleared by the TBI. Well, the police didn't say, they said nobody's cleared. Everyone's on the table as being a suspect. And it's weird, that this guy still, watches videos and checks it out, like trying to see what's going on in the Summer Wells case. To me, it's strange that, he's following the case and stuff like that. It's just strange to me, that's all. A older guy, that he would be interested, and it just seems like maybe he's just trying to find out what really is going on, So, anyways, I want to remind you about this lady, and I want you to hear this if you haven't heard it, and we're just going to talk about it for a minute. Here we go.
The past year, and this is my new little friend that I adopted last December in 2021, who was malnourished.
Okay, hold on there.
Talk about her dog. And at a neighbor's. Jackie Dobbs says that I went too far. When Summer went missing, Candace had reported that she saw a blue minivan.
She did. And even on Dr. Phil's.
At a neighbor's.
Jackie Dobbs has a blue
Jackie
minivan.
Dobbs says that he bought property near the Wells on the mountain area portion and cut a clearing for a driveway and was camping out there. And he also says that he put in a septic tank. Out of all these
scary,
isn't that scary?
You could say,
the septic tank,
or matching up, however you want to phrase it. The sheriff never interviewed Jackie Dobbs. Jackie Dobbs also left the area when Summer went missing. And the odd thing about that is he cleaned himself up, he shaved and cleaned himself up, and then he left. And his Facebook account, where he had been religiously posting pictures of little kids missing, ended.
And he got a divorce.
Summer went missing. The pictures weren't there anymore. If somebody would have taken Summer, maybe that's why Donald Wells is so adamant about saying the dogs wouldn't have interfered. Maybe it's not because of him. Maybe it's because somebody was nearby watching the house. And maybe somebody gave a coy out. Jackie Dobbs was in the military. Hunters and people.
Or he could have gave Summer a piece of candy. Or he could have said, please help my dog, Elvis.
But she's absolutely right. He could have put a coy out, like made the dogs a noise, made the dogs think that there's a noise, something's from some other place, got him distracted somewhere else. Or, like I said, they could have been familiar with him.
And there's a picture of him standing at the trespassing sign right by their property.
In the military, they know how to give coys when they hunt. They give sounds, they can sound like a bird, they can sound like a deer, or whatever they want. It wouldn't be hard to lure a little girl like Summer. All they would have to do is make the whimper of a kitten needing help in distress or a puppy. And Summer is going to go to where that animal is. Jackie Dobbs left the area. He just left. He really gets excited when he thinks that Jody Sue might be in trouble, or he wants to put attention on Jody Sue.
Okay, and that's how the video abruptly ended. But anyways, I think it's interesting, all the suspicious things about Jackie Dobbs, okay? I find him very suspicious. And what if Candace was gone, like the dispatcher said? I just can't see a dispatcher mixing it up that much that she went on a walk. So, what if she went on a walk? What if she took off, whatever, and she was gone, and Summer got it?
Remember what the dispatch said? When they called in, Mom's was gone on a walk or a run. Remember? The 911 dispatch, when Summer went missing, Don called. Remember, Don called 911 to report Summer missing and said that Mom had gone on a walk or a run, and she'd been gone for about 10 minutes, and Summer was gone, okay? That, to me, proves to me that she was gone somewhere. And she left Summer unattended, and I don't believe it was for 10 minutes. I believe that was just a, just say I was gone for 10 minutes. I don't want him to know I've been gone for 2 or 3 hours, okay? She could have been with Hunter. She could have been doing something nasty, because, she liked to hang out with Hunter. And, but I'm just saying, the dispatch said that she had gone on a walk or a run. That the family said that. And that Candace was gone for about 10 minutes, but I don't believe it was 10 minutes. Just like I don't believe any of her story. I don't believe her flower planting story. I don't believe none of it, because I believe she was gone, stoned, whatever, and something happened to her daughter, okay? But, what if that really did happen? That she was not paying attention to Summer? Let's see what else I had to say here.
That's what I'm trying to say. But I don't know if you guys remember this, but remember there was a recording of Jackie Dobbs, and it sounded like he said he murdered her. Well, I want to tell you, because I said this on a video before, it really sounds like this guy is masturbating too.
I'm sorry, I'm going to go past that, because it's not very nice. But anyways.
Listen to him.
Do you want to hear his voice, though? Maybe you want to hear his voice again and what he says.
But I don't know.
Okay, listen.
Listen closely.
This is him.
Headphones. But listen to him.
Doesn't like letting the buck run free.
Sounds like he said murdered her. Murder her.
I'll be coming up with some not used to talking into a camera.
There's his belt buckle.
It really sounded like his belt buckle. You know, like he was doing his belt up or zipper or whatever. It really did. And I don't know what he was doing out there. Maybe nothing. But it was really strange. Or maybe, you know, maybe it was the dog leash. Who knows? But it sounded really weird. And all that heavy breathing, my lord. But, I don't know about you, but it weirds me out. And it scares me just to hear him. Okay? And I don't know. I'm not saying I'm any kind of, you know, psychic or whatever. But I feel like I am discerning, that I have a gift of discernment from God. I really believe that. And I really believe that I'm sensitive to things and sometimes. And I don't know, I get this really, really evil, bad feeling come over me when I think about this person. And Lord, forgive me if I'm wrong. Lord God, forgive me if that's not the way that you think, Lord. But I'm telling you, I don't know how to shake it. I don't know how to shake that feeling. And it is strange that he put in a septic field and nobody checked that septic field. Nobody checked the back of his truck. Nobody checked anything. Nobody checked the motel room that he was in. And it was a really bad motel. So, you know, it just really bugs me, you guys. I don't know. I was just going to go see if there was anything else here. What I said here.
If we think back to the interview she did with Chris McDonough at Warriors, she mentioned it as well. She actually said that she just thought it was the neighbors that had people over.
Look at that.
There's the truck.
Look at that. You don't think that he could have shoved Summer in the back of that mess and you wouldn't even know? What if he took her to a motel? What if he drove her out on some road and did something really bad to her? We don't know. It's very scary and it disturbs me still.
It belongs to Jackie Dobbs. What we are about to hear is the dispatch audio about a suspicious blue van in Beck Hill Road.
Road off the street. Could be reference to a suspicious vehicle. It's possible somebody has neighbor dispute as well. They're involved in their name.
Okay, so, and we know that Candace said, and Dr. Phil, you know, that, but, you know.
Yeah, because, see, Candace, that's all she seen was this blue van. Well, it was him. And he's trying to say that he wasn't there that day, that it was the day before that he got in a fight, but people seen that van. Whatever he has, whatever that's called there, suburban, whatever. But you don't think that he could have put her in the back of that thing and covered her up with stuff? You don't think? I just heard about a girl who helped solve a case for somebody else. And she said that this guy told her that he had puppies and that he wanted to show her the puppies and that her dad and mom said it was okay for her to go look at the puppies. And then he took her and he assaulted her, you know, SA'd her and kept her for so many days. And it was terrible. And luckily she was found and she went back, you know, she was saved. But the thing is that that is a possibility. And the reason I say is because he was the only person that was different on that road all these years. He was the only stranger. One stranger, and that was him. Everybody else knew the Wells. Everybody else was neighbors. I'm just saying, would you really want to kidnap your neighbor's kid when you live right across the street? You know, I mean, come on. You know, I'm just saying that it's a good possibility that what Candace and Don are covering up is that Candace was gone and she neglected to watch her daughter, and somebody kidnapped her daughter, somebody that could be this stranger, and did something bad to Summer. I really wish that I could get the, I wish I could get Tennessee TBI to listen to me, to go and investigate those things, the motel, his property, his septic, around the woods by his area, around the woods or area around by that motel, his route that he would have left. I'm serious because, he could have did this and we don't know. And, it has been solved in all this time. And I just pray all the time that they will find Summer. If you want to go to my video, it's called The Other Big Suspect in the Summer Wells Case. And that's what this video is called that we were just watching. And just showing you videos and discussing things about him. I don't know, I got bad feelings about it. I truly believe that Sebastian, that something went on at the restaurant, because I'm over at Sebastian Rogers' case. I'm talking about that now for a minute. He's missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, 16-year-old autistic boy. And it'll be a year next month. It's unbelievable that it's been that already. And, they got video footage of him at the Texas Roadhouse with his mom, but she's looking around all weird, and there's somebody in a hoodie that's sitting there having a conversation with Katie and actually waiting. That person was waiting. I don't care what the police say. I don't care what Katie and Chris say. That person was waiting to speak to her. And they left right away. They walked in the building and walked right back out and left right away. Also, I believe that something happened, like he ran away, tried to run from them. They were maybe hurting him, something. And they chased him, and that's why you see the flashlights. And I do believe they sent him somewhere. Either they sent his, and I hate to say it, his deceased body, or alive and injured, or anything. Or somebody took him and went with him in that vehicle. I just find it strange that Katie automatically assumed that, like instantly she's calling people saying he's missing. Well, she didn't really go look in the neighborhood good. She didn't say that. She didn't really do that good. And she went to the school, supposedly. Well, why would he be at school? But this was all like within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. The total amount of time that she went looking before she's calling people. I mean, calling her husband and telling him to call the 911. She didn't bother to call Seth and say, Seth, I don't know where Sebastian is. Do you have him? Did he come there? Nothing. They act so strange. And the thing about the restaurant is it really bothers me that she took all these recent pictures of him. And none of them she shared with the public. None of them. Because we could see what he was wearing. He had a black shirt on. It had some kind of design on the front. And he's sitting there eating, and she's taking pictures and sending them, what, to Chris? Or to who? Who's she sending them to? And why would she give us pictures of when Sebastian was young at the eye doctor? Like, what is that? It reminds me of some kind of picture you get in a picture frame that you buy from the dollar store with some kind of family picture in it. I mean, why would you take a picture of him at the eyeglass place and that would be the one that you want to send? Sebastian was way older. He looked way older at the restaurant to me. And so I think it's really suspicious to me that she did that. I don't know what's going on. My fire's just ablazing tonight because it's cold out here. We're supposed to get more snow. But yeah, I think that that is very suspicious. And I don't know what she's doing, what she was doing, or why she didn't share with those with the police and with us. And I think the police need to ask her, why were you sending these photos? Who did you send them to? Did they really take their phones and look at them? And I believe what Jennifer Coffendoffer said the other day. She said, you know, I believe that they did not think that the parents were suspicious, so they didn't really look into a lot of stuff, and I believe that too. I think they believed their story, and so they just went with the story of Katie and Chris and what happened to Sebastian. And we know that's not what happened to Sebastian. And, it would be wonderful if he's alive, but I don't know how you keep a boy hidden that's, 15 years old. Sebastian was taller, I don't know how you keep somebody hidden for this long, for a year, without one person seeing him. I don't know if people checked out any of the camps where they send you off to these boot camps or whatever. I don't know what happened. But, when you hear, that there was 5 CPS cases, when you hear how Chris treated him, smacked him for not having a belt on, at that age, what's wrong with his head? I'm sorry, but what is wrong with someone's head that they would whip a 15-year-old for not wearing a belt? He has a handicap. He's autistic. You're supposed to cut those, people slack when they're, having a hard time. And he was so mean and saying nasty insults about him. And one of the neighbors said that it was him or Sebastian to Katie. And one of those CPS cases where this was with the belt was just like a month before, not even that, Sebastian went missing. So there was things going on. And I do believe that Chris was home. I don't have proof of it, but I believe that Chris Proudfoot was home. And I believe that those two have scammed up some story and that they want us to believe. And my dog's over here sleeping on the floor with a bunch of treats by him. And he's got his blanket all puffed up. But anyways, yeah, I believe that they did something. I can't say what it is that they did. I mean, who knows? I don't think it's very good, though, whatever happened to Sebastian, And it upsets me because I feel sorry for him, and I feel bad, and I want to see him. I would love to see his father get his son back, alive and well. But, the way things are going here, I'll tell you, it's not good. So, I was just going to go up here. I had one. Whoops. Oh, boy. Let's see if I don't know. Well, anyways, Sebastian Rogers is missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. He's a 15-year-old autistic boy. I have pictures of him on my community page. Please check them out. And the information also, Summer Wells is missing from Rogersville, Tennessee since June 15th. And it'll be 4 years in June that she's been missing, so 3.5 years. No clues, no signs, no nothing. But I'm telling you, I think that guy is involved. I don't know. I really don't know, but I really believe something bad about that. But as far as Ziggy and Fred go, they're always spreading some kind of drama, bull crap, sending stuff in, telling the police things that, you know, hopefully both of them get in trouble for, you know, sending in false information and playing games in the Summer Wells case, because that's what they're doing. For clout, for money, because they get money, income from clicks and views on their videos. You know, like, come on. So, but yeah, I don't care, you know, like different people, Michelle Walks, and different people have said that this guy that bought the property, JD, Jackie Dobbs, that, you know, he didn't have nothing to do with this, and, you know, here's my baby boy, and that, he wasn't there. He tries to say that he wasn't there June 15th, but he really was. I really believe, well, he was down the road, so what's the difference? I believe he was there. I believe he was. And who knows, it could have even been vengeance against Don and Candace, Jody and Sue and Andy, maybe, you know. Yeah, he seems to be happy, like, when suspicion is thrown to Jody Sue Brown's way, because he likes to hear people, you know, blame her. But she's been living there for years, and so was Andy, and so was Fred, and they were all friends with Don and Candace. So I have a hard time believing that any of them did it, but I do believe that if Don and Candace didn't do this, I have a strong, strong, strong feeling that this guy did this man. And he hasn't been looked into. Not good enough for me. But, I don't know. That's basically all I have to say tonight. You guys have been making some cute crafts for spring. I get depressed in the winter. And if I don't keep my mind on things and keep busy, then I'll get really down. I get like seasonal disorder. So, yeah, it's hard. But I'm trying to stay focused and busy on some stuff. But I have missed you guys. I thank you for those who watch and continue to hang out here and care about me. I love you guys. You are great people. I'm not kidding you. I love all my subs and viewers. Thank you. And please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I might not come on here a lot, but I try to come on here every once in a while. So, and I thank you once again. And please leave your comments. Let me know what you think in the comment section, okay? All right, God bless. I hope you have a good night.